brought to you by Bethel School of Technology. Learn more at betheltech.net/Ken Coleman.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about burnout, and I want to talk about what it is, how you can avoid it, and I want to know if burnout, if you keep grinding through that, what it can lead to, and that is kind of the nature of the call.
Yeah.
And I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, I love this question. We have to first start with what's the source of the burnout. There's physical burnout, there's mental burnout, and there's emotional burnout. I really think, and then by the way, whether you start out as a physical burnout, that will eventually affect you mentally and emotionally. And so they all build on each other, but I do think it's important to get to the source of it. And then we can actually diagnose and say, okay, what's our plan of action? So what would you say is the source? Is it physical, mental, or emotional initially?
I'd say physical if I had to put my finger on it. And then would you say a mental burnout would be going toward like depression type of state?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
well,
so
let's lead it.
Yeah, so let's and I'll marry those three into your situation here. We'll tie them in. What is the job? What's the physical burnout? Where does it start? How does it start? What does it look like?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm a sole entrepreneur. I am the one and only in this company, me, myself, and I. It's three best people I can find.
Right.
And so there's a lot of work that goes into it. I'm in the green industry, you can imagine. So if I'm the only guy, I wear every hat in the company, and whether it be from marketing to generating revenue, to accounting, everything, all the way down to a profit and loss statement. I am the guy. I do everything.
What do you guys, but what I said, guys, it's hilarious. What are you and your multiple personalities? What service do you provide?
I'm a weed control and fertilizer applicator. Do soil amendments to lawns, fix issues like that.
So you're going around. So you're going around spraying people's lawns.
I am. That's me.
Okay. How many clients do you have?
Oh, I have upwards of 500.
Wow. How many hours a week are you putting in?
Yeah, depends on the time of the year. If we're in marketing season, sometimes I wake up at 2:40 in the morning at the earliest. That's just one instance this year.
Did you say marketing season?
Oh, yes. In the selling season, it's where it gets pretty hairy. And
what's
I can go from...
hold on a second. What is marketing season? What does that mean?
Well, in any business, you got a season where you market heavy because that's when most of your clients come in.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Marketing season for us would be in the green industry, and this business would be February to about April, May. That's where you're pounding mailboxes with marketing, and you're getting lots of calls, and you're fielding lots of calls, lots of sales, lots of work.
What's your retention rate on those 500 customers?
It's pretty high. I'm very high.
So, how much did you pay yourself last year?
Oh, last year. That's a good question. I couldn't put a finger on that, to be straight with you. But this year, it'd be $50,000 since my wife doesn't work anymore. She stay at home with the kids. So I had to actually narrow it down. Okay, you got to pay yourself this to make ends meet in the household. So $50,000 would be the number.
And you feel confident based on your client base that you're going to be able to pay yourself $50,000?
Oh, easy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Easy. Does that mean we got some savings or we're saving as well? You're paying yourself $50,000, but you're putting some money away in retained earnings?
Correct. Yes, sir.
What's your gross revenue projection for this year?
This year, the goal, gross revenue, I was trying to push $300,000, and that was the benchmark I wanted to hit.
How much will you? Okay, and so let's say you hit that, and you feel like you're on track for that. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much will you save out of that?
Save? What's your definition of save?
Retained earnings, meaning you paid all your expenses, and you
profits?
you paid yourself, you paid all of your other bills, equipment, everything, and then you're putting money away. That's just sitting there in the savings account of the company, whether you have one or not. But you understand what I'm saying? How much will you save? We call it retained earnings when we talk about a business.
It would probably be about 15 to 20% is what the P&L is showing right now.
All right, so let's go low, 15% of 300,000, right? So it's about 45,000. Am I getting that right?
You hit it on the head.
Okay. So this is actually a combination of physical and mental, because but it's a lot physical because you're spraying, you're doing your own accounting, you're doing marketing, you're out slapping flyers all over the place. I mean, it's just nonstop. And so I agree this is physical first, mental second, and then that starts to have a big emotional effect on you because it's like, this is so freaking hard. It's at some point your brain and your heart are going, can we just enjoy life a little bit? I'm working so hard. Is that what's going on?
Well, it depends on, okay, that was the thing. I've gone through cycles throughout the years, and I don't know what the trigger is, but I start hitting a wall. I don't know if it's the heat in the summer or what, but I can grind, not a problem. And from January to, I'm hitting that spot right about now. And it's been like this in the years past.
What does it do to you?
Okay, it feels like my feet are in mud. I don't want to get up in the mornings.
Right.
Like, I don't use alarm clocks in the morning. I just wake up, I'm rolling, usually. And this time of the year, I got to set an alarm, and I still don't want to wake up.
Okay. And so what do you think is going on? I think I know what's going on, but you know it better than what's going on. Why this time of year?
I'd say that's physical exhaustion and being overworked.
100%. Your brain is actually telling your body, stay in bed, man. Mm-hmm. And by the way, the reason your brain is telling your body that is because your body's telling your brain first, we are fried. So I think this is a pretty simple fix. Mm-hmm. You have got to start moving stuff off your plate. We don't have to do it all at once. But you are at a point now as a solopreneur where I believe you can afford to start taking stuff off your plate. So let's do this really fast. What is one thing that you do not enjoy doing, but you have to do, that if I could give you a reasonable offloading option, you would get rid of it today? Give me one example.
It'd be the main part of the business is driving in the truck every day, because that's probably the most taxing part of this business.
Okay, so that would be the piece. Revenue. So if I gave you somebody that was trustworthy, that would drive the truck, show up and spray the yard, and you knew it was going to get done, you would offload that immediately.
I would do it immediately.
Okay, that doesn't take a master's degree.
Yeah, you're right.
That takes a person who's got some good character, who will literally show up and do the job. And it also takes a person who probably would look at what you would pay them and go, this is a good gig. Am I right?
Correct, yes, sir.
What could you afford to pay somebody per hour? Because that's an hourly wage, I'm guessing, right?
It would be, yes, sir.
All right, what would you pay somebody right now to do that?
I'd pay them what I make.
Which is?
$50K a year.
Okay. And so we're close to being able to do that, aren't we?
We are. Mm-hmm.
All right. And if they were doing that, what would that free you up to do to bring in more business? You feel me?
It's sales, and sales.
My friend, what if we took off the physical labor for this season and you were paying that person 50, and maybe you could pick up 25% more customers, but you're doing only 3 days a week or 2 days a week. And you've just added some more revenue in to be able to pay yourself the same amount of money, but pay them too. Now, all of a sudden, your business, my point is, this business is ready to expand, but you've got to offload something. I'd also go get a bookkeeper. I really would. And I think if you could offload some of the back end office stuff too, man, all you have to do now is relationship. You said you have a high retention rate of your 500 plus clients. You don't need to, your issue is not adding more business right now. Your issue is delegation, so that when you add some business, it's just pure gravy. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
I think you hiring somebody to do the main job and you are still the customer guy, when there's a complaint, when there's a thing like that, they go, oh, Jordan's my guy. I don't care that he's got Fred showing up spraying the lawn. I just want to know that my lawn's being taken care of and Jordan's my guy. Right. And I think you could double your revenues.
Easily, yes, sir.
I think you're making $100,000 this time next year.
Can I flip the script?
Very quickly.
Is it too much? Am I being too content if you wanted to do this business solo and back off. Okay, it's great to scale, right? I mean, I used to run 5 guys in this business, and I cut it back to simplify the business.
Oh, okay. So you've done this before.
Content? I have in the past. I used to run 3 or 4 trucks, but
no,
we did multiple services.
It's not bad to be content. It's not bad to be content, but you can't keep doing what you're doing.
Correct. I have to make major shifts somewhere.
So if it's hiring just one person and keeping it small, if that's what you'd rather do, yeah, fine.
It's simple. It's not as complex when you start.
So this is all new information. I wish I'd have known that earlier, but the fact that you've done 5 trucks before and it was too much, then what's the happy medium between you doing it all and having too many trucks? There's your answer. Right. Oh my gosh. Right. You know exactly what to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Correct. Pull back a little bit.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, you know exactly how to do it. Yeah, set yourself free, man. Content is a wonderful thing. Content's a wonderful thing. Change your lifestyle. Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate the call. This is a rock star right there, folks. He's figured it out. Change your life. Launch your tech career today at betheltech.net/Ken Coleman.